Our forefathers, what they went through, just paying respect.
Wider view of what the world really is.
I lost many good friends in Northern Ireland.
I joined at 18 and I don't regret it at all.
People just don't have respect anymore.
I love what I do, so I get to do what I love every day.
They give you a uniform the chicks like.
It's an interesting question.
So this is not me. I've got to go join the army here, and that's it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to The Things That Matter. We're going to be going around and interviewing people to find out what matters to them. It is Anzac Day in Perth, Western Australia. Hopefully we're going to get some interviews with some veterans. Let's go and get it. We're doing like interviews for Anzac people.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, no worries. Excuse me, sir. What about you? You're all good? Okay. Excuse me, sir. We've got a channel called The Things That Matter. We're just going to ask... No, okay. We've got a channel called The Things That Matter. We just want to go around and ask some people, obviously like yourselves, for Anzac Day, things that matter to them. Would you be interested in just like a 5-minute interview? Just a few questions? No. Okay, no worries. All right, all the best. Damn it, no one wants to talk to me. Excuse me. We're just doing a few questions with people about Anzac Day. Can I ask you a few questions for the channel?
Yep, go on.
What does Anzac Day mean to you? Come around here, Cannon.
It's just, pay respect for the boys that have gone over there before us and the boys that we've lost over there.
What is your biggest takeaway that you've learnt serving that you could pass on to like the younger generation?
In the army, it's pretty tough, but very enjoyable with camaraderie. Yeah, so if you're thinking about do it.
Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for your service. Thank you.
Nice.
Where's my next prey? That's what it feels like right now. What does Anzac Day mean to you guys?
Oh, for me, it's about catching up with your mates, people you serve with, and remembering.
Yeah, obviously all that, and our forefathers, what they went through, just paying respect. We've done our bit, but it's all about that. It's all about them, I think.
Yeah.
And so you guys obviously have a few medals on. What did you guys do in the armed forces?
I'm a combat engineer, so I was a plane operator. So I went over to Namibia, 1989, and did East Timor in 2001.
No, I was in infantry, so 1st Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment. And I did 6 years in the army, and I didn't go anywhere, to tell you the truth. So,
what was your favourite memory serving?
For me, it's not just one single memory. It's just as a collective. It's a great time, and just the mates you make.
Myself, it's about, for me back then, way back, it's about challenging yourself. So we were always being challenged and working harder and trying to achieve things, and it was really good.
What is your biggest takeaway that you guys have learned in the armed forces that you could perhaps pass on to like the younger generation?
It saved me from the road to rack and ruin, because I had to get out of home. The mates that I was with, I had to get out. So this life isn't for me. So yeah, it saved me.
So it was like the people that you were surrounding yourself with were...
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, but I was in, hanging around some bad people.
And it just ripped you out of that environment.
Yeah, so this is not me. I've got to go join the army here, and that's it.
Yeah, same thing, about discipline. My mum said to me, you're not going to last 6 weeks. I lasted 6 years. And she thought I was going to get kicked out straight away. No, but loved it, yeah. And also about learning perseverance. I mean, you say, you're going to do a 20-kilometre run, and you go, I can't do that. Once you've done it once, you can do it every single time afterwards, no matter how fit you are or how you feel.
So it's more about the mental toughness.
Yeah, about the challenging yourself and having it up here, yeah, definitely.
Don't get around to thinking that you know it all, because you don't. Stop and listen to the boomers and the Gen Xers,
Don't try and change the world, because you're not going to do it by yourself. That's why I say to the young people. They all want to change it yesterday.
Do it in numbers.
Yeah, do it slowly.
All right, thanks so much for your time, guys. You guys have been and thanks for your service.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. You too. See ya. That was a really good interview. That had really good energy. Hey guys, we are doing an interview for Anzac Day. Can I ask you guys some questions?
No, we can't be involved in any interviews.
It's not going to be anything controversial. It's just going to be things like, what does Anzac Day mean to you? Things like that. What does Anzac Day mean to you guys?
No.
I'm going to throw you under the bus.
I personally believe it's paying respects to the people that have done things more heroic and sacrificed their lives, or sacrificed more than that, to what we have now and the freedom that we have and what we can, go to sleep easy at night and whatnot. So,
what is your favourite memory that you've had currently serving in the Navy?
my favourite memory is more the connections I've built with people, the people that I've met and adventured out and actually got to explore, the different relations I've built with like countries and different people and seeing how other people live and operate. It's just good to have a wider view of what the world really is, other than like just Australia. You know, to adventure out and see, or just your hometown, and venture out and see how other people live and do things.
What is the biggest takeaway that you've learned serving that you can pass on to like the younger generation?
I think it's definitely that not every day is going to be an easy day, but everyone's going through different stuff together. Just keep your head high. Every hill, there's always a down to it, so just stay positive, keep kicking along, and it'll get easier.
I was saying to Cannon earlier, like, it's funny how we just decide that we're like almost journalists, you know? Like, you can't see Cannon. Maybe I'll get the camera and flip around on him, but he just looks like the stereotypical camera guy, and I'm like the stereotypical like reporter guy. So, but I wanted to dress nice though, because you know it's Anzac Day. You got to be looking good, pay your respects and everything. And you know what? A little fact that you might not know: I was actually in the Army Reserve for 4 years. There you go. I didn't do anything, but. What does Anzac Day mean to you?
Where Australia gets together to remember, like all the fallen soldiers, and yeah, it's a good day.
So was it your grandfather that served, or
Great grandfather?
Great grandfather.
So great grandfather, his medals as well. So he served in the English military, World War One, and the Australian Army in World War Two.
What sort of example do you think he led that younger people could appreciate today?
Respect. People just don't have respect anymore.
Yeah.
Fine example. Were you there earlier on?
No,
today?
I wasn't.
There was a heckler man.
Yeah, right. What did they say?
Oh, well, just screaming out, yelling abuse and everything else. It was just wrong.
Okay.
So,
All right.
bit of justice, mate.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. And I was actually going to ask you, like, what Anzac Day specifically means to you.
The respect that needs to be shown to all those that went to war in different conflicts over the years and have never come back. We have a lot of veterans that came home injured, some mentally, some physically, and it's just to show the respect. I mean, you can see it here today, the respect that's given to veterans. You've only to show your medals or show your grandparents' medals, and people will ask a question or two about them, you know. And I think if we can educate more young people on remembrance, which is obviously what is trying to be done, but if we can educate more young people off the aspects of remembrance, it'll steadfast for the future.
What is the biggest takeaway that you guys would want to pass on to the younger generation watching today?
Don't forget, continue to commemorate, because as time goes by, we've lost. I mean, when I was younger, there was World War I veterans. There's no longer them. There's not very many World War II veterans left. So to keep on acknowledging that beyond the life of those that have served and those that have come back. So we've had other wars since then, and I think we need to understand that this needs to continue in perpetuity, in my view.
Yeah. And you've got to be respectful and know that we're not glorifying war. No one wants to glorify war, but they protected us. They travelled thousands of miles and to protect us so that we can live safely today.
What does Anzac Day mean to you?
A very long day and a lot of hard work and a lot of talking and a lot of reflection. Yeah.
Reflection for the people that served and the people that sacrificed?
No, I think just seeing the community that's around when you're surrounded by so many people that are involved in the Defence Forces, and just seeing what today means to them. Like personally, I've got connections to my great uncle who was out of Tobruk. My grandfather served in the Air Force. So just being around so many people that have served and seeing how emotional they get, just taking a moment to reflect on what their ancestors might have accomplished. Yeah, it's pretty rare.
What does Anzac Day mean to you guys?
So I'm the son of a veteran as well. So for me, it's about service to your country and really honouring those that came before you.
And what is like the biggest takeaway that you guys have kind of gotten from the military that you can pass on to the younger generation?
Have a go. it's definitely worth it. I joined at 18 and I don't regret it at all. My partner, she joined at 20. She doesn't regret it either. So it's definitely something that's worth doing. You learn a lot about yourself and gives you a lot of good skills.
What's your favourite memory of being in the armed forces?
My deployment in 2024, I deployed on Op Resolute and did some border protection. Met a lot of great people, a lot of good experiences at sea, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
What's one piece of advice that you'd like to leave them for the younger generation?
Be a good person. Be a good person. There's a lot we can learn about the people that came before us, and unfortunately I think the youth of today have forgotten that a bit. So just be a good human being.
All right, so we've just gone through Kings Park. The crowds have thinned out. There's not much opportunity here, but one of the previous interviewees said that there was something happening at Fremantle, the Fremantle March. So we're going to jump in the car and we're going to try and battle the crowds and get a car park and interview some people in Freo. So let's go. Woo! Comment below, what has been your favourite interview from today? And give us a like for coming out here, giving it a crack.
First go.
First episode of interviewing. Let me know what your thoughts are. And hit subscribe now. If you're watching this right now and you haven't subscribed, I'm coming after you. Hit the like and subscribe button and comment right now. I'm not messing around. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. We're not going to the next segment until you do it. So we can be here all day. All right. Excuse me, guys. We're just going around asking what Anzac Day means to people. Can I ask you guys a few questions?
Sorry, I've got to get back.
No worries. They're trained not to, they're actually told not to speak to people. So I know because I was in the Army Reserve, obviously. So, but we're going to just try and talk to some other people and see what they come up with. What sort of organisation are you guys a part of? And
we're part of the Maritime Union, MUA. Anzac Day means to us keeping the legacy going of the old boys and what they fought for.
We're merchant marine seafarers under the Australian Red Ensign, and we serve our country in the industrial side all over the place.
Is it actually is it part of the Defence Force, or is it like a supporting organisation?
We are we do supply their work, the work Navy and all that, with their supply vessels and all that.
And we also man their ships, the government ships, the security ships, and the Navy vessels that go to the islands all around Australia with the Royal Australian Navy. We have merchant marine crew on board as well.
Would you guys recommend, so you guys, this is your full-time job, correct? Yeah. And you guys have been doing it for a very long time. Yeah. Would you guys recommend a career, we have a lot of young people watching, would you guys recommend a career in what you guys have done, and why?
Absolutely. Of course. It's one of the best jobs in the world. You get to see different countries, it's a different way of life. And even if a young person came into it and did a couple of years, it will never leave him. You know, it'll stay with him. You know, so yeah.
In what way? Like, what would it like when you
on board? You have a role: safety, maintenance, watchkeeping. You know, you are the eyes of the ship when the crew are asleep. It's sort of a responsibility under maritime law, and if a youngster comes in, that will stay with him as well. So, you know,
you're covered in medals. What did you do in the Defence Force?
I was an engineer on submarines.
What is one experience that stood out to you over the course of your career?
Going down to the Falklands. When Britain went to war with the Falklands, with the Argentines, and the liberation of the Falklands. Went down with a lot of mates, and also lost a few friends down there. So times like this, you get to remember people.
Would you recommend like a career in the Defence Force, and why?
Oh, without a doubt. Gives you life structure, right? You're making some nice dollars. They feed you. They give you a uniform the chicks like, and
that's what we all love.
Yeah. And like in the Navy, you get to go around the world. You know, it's a close community. It's just it's a feel good, pays good. I'd do it again.
50 years service.
Thanks for your service. If it were all to end tomorrow, what's one last piece of advice that you'd leave to the younger generation?
Well, when I was growing up in the UK, we were under threat of a nuclear strike. And I used to go to the top of a big hill or a mountain and watch the fireworks. Yeah, that's it. No, but don't regret what you've done. Look forward to what you're going to do tomorrow. All right? And then respect people around you, because everybody does something different. You don't have to like everything, but respect it.
I feel like the older guys are definitely easy to get a word out of. I think the people who are actually uniformed might be a bit of a struggle to get some information from. What does Anzac Day mean to you?
It's just the spirit of Australia, defending our country. Yeah, that's all I can say on it.
You decided to go in the Navy, obviously.
Yep.
What made you decide to pick the Navy over the Army and the Air Force?
Love the water. Yep. I love the water, that's it.
Would you recommend a career in the Defence Force, and why?
Of course I would, yeah, I love it. Mates is the big one, mates and travel. And I love what I do, so I get to do what I love every day. So I'd recommend it.
Is there any piece of advice that you would give to someone who's looking to join?
Do it. Do it. That's the only advice I'd give is do it.
Awesome. Thanks for your time. The lovely gentleman here made me aware that you own these vehicles.
Yeah, I own this one.
Yeah. So how did you come to own this?
Well, my friend bought his first, and then I was interested in it. So this one came up for sale because the gentleman that owned it was dying of cancer, and it had to go. So I bought it and did quite a lot of maintenance on it and got it going. And this is the third time I've been down here to participate in the parade for the Fremantle Anzac Day.
So are you? So what is it like to drive this thing?
People say, it must be really difficult driving it on the left-hand side of the road. It's no different. I don't find it any different than driving it on the right-hand side of the road. Its flat-out speed is 40 miles an hour, so about 35 is about 60 kilometres an hour is about as fast as it'll go. You can make it go a bit quicker, but it revs a bit too much. And it's all got all its. Some of the original gauges are still in it. Some I've had to replace because they were broken.
Hard to get parts?
No, you can build the whole car from spare parts.
Really?
Yeah, it's all made in the Philippines. So everything you can buy. It's still got its original brass fire extinguisher. Still got the original first aid kit. The 1942 date stamp made in the USA jerry can is still with it, and the pneumatic tyre pump, jack and tyre iron, and the pneumatic pump to pump the tyres up, and the jack handle as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
So we missed it on camera, but we had the jets fly over. They fly over at exactly 10:15, 0 seconds. And I looked at my watch and that was it. They nailed it. Can you understand the amount of planning and preparation it would take to fly over a specific place in time to the very second? That's how next level they are. I'm assuming do you own this car as well?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
How did you come to own this car?
Look, it was in a museum collection, and then it came up for sale. Rest is history.
Was it in working order? Did you have to do anything to it?
It was basically running, but it needed a lot of work.
And where does the interest in like an army car like this come from for you?
I've got a few cars, and I just see these as being fairly iconic.
What's that?
Did you belong to the town or for the...
So we have a channel called The Things That Matter, and we just go up to people and ask them what matters to them.
Things that matter.
The Things That Matter. It's
the Things That Matter.
Yeah, it's just a channel on The Things That Matter. So it can basically be anything.
I'll search it on YouTube.
Yeah, and it's basically, obviously it's Anzac Day today, so we've literally just started, so we're not big or anything. We've only got like 50 subscribers, but it's just fun to interview people and talk to them, meet people. When I was in the Army Reserve, obviously you're marching everywhere, and there's a term for it. I can't quite remember what it was called, but it's basically where you're putting your arm out and your legs out at the same time. Straight walking, I can't remember the name of it, but honestly, for me, it kind of clicked straight away how to march, but it literally took people like days and days and days of marching before it finally clicked in their brain and they would actually cop massive crap from the corporals. It was actually quite funny. All right, we've got our coffees. We need to fuel up, get energy.
to smash the rest of the day. Let's go. What's your biggest takeaway that you learnt serving that you can pass on for the younger generation?
It's an interesting question. I think the military teaches you respect, not only respect for your senior officers, but also respect for the people who work with you, if you're a section commander. So that I guess that's one of the big things that you take away is respect. The other thing is that there's, people say we don't need a military, but we do need a military, and it makes me think too, I've got a great uncle who's buried in England, that the people before us have fought for this country. If they hadn't have fought here, we'd all be Japanese now.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be good.
Do you recommend a career in the Defence Force for the younger people, and why?
Well, I think yes, but they've got to want to be in the Defence Force. That's the other thing. And it provides amazing opportunities you get moved around, so you meet different people, and you got the opportunity, like I served in Australia, in Queensland, in Victoria, and in Malaysia, in Butterworth, Singapore, and in America was unbelievable. I went to a number of bases in America. So if you're looking for a career where you sort of every 2 or 3 years you get a different experience, I think the Defence Forces are great.
Is there one thing that you worried about your whole life that wasn't worth worrying about?
There's probably a couple.
What were those things?
I got a lovely wife. One that she might leave me, but she's still there. The other one is, I guess, we all worry about getting some dreadful disease, and I think we're better off. You should try and keep happy, and if you get symptoms, do something, but don't sit there and worry about something that probably is not going to happen.
What a great day of interviews, guys. It was definitely stepping out my comfort zone today. Those first few interviews in Kings Park got me quite choked up, but over time I got better and better, and it was actually a lot of fun. We walked around, we spoke to a lot of people, did a lot of things that we wouldn't normally do, and talked to a lot of people that obviously we'd have no business talking to. So if you guys liked the video, make sure to smash us a like button, hit the subscribe, and comment below what you want to see from us next. With that being said, see you in the next one. Peace.